Hello, loves. I hope all is well. And I hope this 2023 is starting off beautifully for you. I know we are in the midst of Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde still. So for many, it can feel almost like a shadow period, like we're in a pause, in a stalemate kind of thing. But it's whatever's coming to surface, Spirit's asking us to allow it to release. Because the more we're releasing, the more we're creating space for the new beginnings. Because the astrological New Year isn't until March, which is the spring equinox. So everything that's coming to surface now is just, they're just asking us to feel it and deal with it and heal it and release it and create the space. So when we're feeling triggered or when we're feeling um, drawn back to, when the overthinking mind decides wants to talk shit kind of thing, just be with it and give yourself permission to let it go and to release it and know that, what, this is no longer my story. This is no longer my vibration. I choose bliss, and really allow yourself to be free of that lower vibrational, 3D energy. Okay. All right, my love. So we are going to have you choose either this beautiful fluorite tower, and we also have our beautiful Super 7 tower, and we also have our Moonstone tower. So whichever one you are vibing with, just ask your team for clarity and trust your feeling, trust your intuition, trust that gut instinct. Okay. So we will go ahead and start with our fluorite tower and see what messages we have from Spirit. I'm actually going to start with some surrender cards. I know those are everybody's favorite. I get a lot of people saying, "Ugh," because they call us out on our shit, right? So it's either surrendering the things that we don't need or surrendering to the things that are for our benefit. So let's see what we have to surrender for this beautiful full moon before we get into the rest of this message. Okay. Our first one is surrender comparisons with other people. So right away, this just, again, it's pretty straightforward. Remember, we're not here to be better than anyone else. We're here to be better than we were yesterday. We're here to be in that empowerment energy of, I don't need to feel jealousy or envy or compete with anybody else because I'm aligning with my highest vibration, with my best self, because that's all that matters. We're not here, to do better than that person or have a bigger car, a bigger house, or more money, or nicer hair, or whatever. Like, that's all very 3D and lower vibrational energy. So focus on you and how far you've come, and don't feel any less because of anyone else's successes or whatever. Only focus on what is feeding your soul and what helps to feed that feel good energy that is within you, because your expansion, your growth is infinite. And you've done so much inner work, and there's just feels like there's still some insecurities there with, like, I know a lot of people, we struggle with image, right? So, oh, I wish I had that person's body, or I wish I had that person's hair, or, those kinds of things. So moving away from that insecurity and knowing that this just feels very body-like, like it's, yeah, like it's wishing that we looked a certain way because maybe we're not feeling confident in how we look, or anything like that. So they're just asking you to know that, number one, the body we live in is considered a meat suit. This is our avatar. And respect it, value it, treasure it, because how you feel about your body creates that image of your body, right? So really focus on, I feel healthy, I feel beautiful, I feel sexy, I feel vibrant, like all of these kinds of things. And, say that to yourself every day, all day if you have to, and really settle into that energy and that vibration of, what, this body was born for me. So this is, like, I am the only me. And my body is, a divine being that was born so that I could exist in this plane, so to speak, in this vibration. So respect and value and love, and that's the energy you're going to create, and that's what we draw back to ourselves. So we will, draw people that can see us in this beautiful light. Okay, so they're just asking you to really surrender that comparison with others, because you are a unique divine being. You are the only you. You are magnificent. So stay in that vibration. Surrender your fear of change. I know this is a big one for many, because especially feeling kind of like we're in a void or in a pause, or I always say we're in the waiting room. So trust that the unfolding, trust that everything that you've been trying to manifest, everything that your heart desires is unfolding. There's just a fog right now that is keeping things a surprise, I guess you could say. They're just asking you to really trust. Like, whatever needs to change, surrender to that change. And always surrender it for your highest and your greatest good. I surrender to the changes for my highest and my greatest good. And that is really going to set the stage for the unfolding, and let your team know that, he or she is ready. Yay. They're ready. So feel empowered in that uncertainty, because that's giving you an opportunity to be present. We tend to get lost in, what's gone and what's coming kind of thing. So past, future, all that kind of stuff. So they're just asking everyone to be present, be in the now, and really work with that gratitude energy, and feel that you know what, I know what's coming is for my highest and my greatest good. I trust in this unfolding, and I love my life. So have that kind of vibration, because that's really going to eradicate that lower vibration sense of fear, because fear is the 3D. Fear is that lower vibration that we're shifting away from. So they're just asking you to release all fear and just trust in yourself, trust in your team. Talk to your divine team, talk to your spirit team, and say, like, I need your divine guidance, your divine support, your divine love, your divine healing, whatever you feel that you need from them. Ask them. You have an entire spirit team that works with you all day, every day. You are their full-time job, and they love you unconditionally, all parts of you, and they see every single part of us, the dark, the light, all of it, and they love every single part of us. So ask them to, help you to clear that fog, and to just be present, and surrender all fear. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. So this, I know, especially it feels like you have such a big heart, like you are such a kind and loving person, and it's been a bit shrouded because of how other people have been received, or how other people have received that, or treated that gift that you give them, of that love that you give. So they're just asking you to, not take things personal. There's something about, like, someone else's behavior does not dictate who you are. It dictates who they are. So allow people to be who they are, and allow their actions to show you who they are and where their vibe is, because it's like you can't love someone enough to love you the way you deserve to be loved. So it's like family, friends, lovers, like whoever you feel is not getting you, or not valuing you, or respecting you, that kind of stuff, like, that's their journey. And I know it's very difficult, but don't take their actions personally. We have a choice in what we engage with. So if someone keeps showing you that they don't value you, don't respect you, don't see your worth, then we have to let them go lovingly. And, like, you know what? I can love you from a distance, but you can't be a part of my life anymore, because you don't value what I bring to the table. And it's not even that you have to have that conversation, because remember, people know what they do. So their actions will always speak louder than, their words. So they're just asking you to not take the responsibility of someone else's journey, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family. Sometimes we watch people almost like self-destruct, or, put themselves in positions that are self-sabotaging and stuff like that. And we can see it. But no matter how much we try to express to them, or try to show them, or try to, guide them, or whatever, it's their journey. So Spirit's just saying, like, release that responsibility of trying to fix anyone, or make them see things your way, and so on and so forth. Because remember, we can't be upset with others for living their life the way they choose to, because of their own experiences. We all live our lives through our own emotions, our own feelings, our own life experiences. So it's not for us to understand someone else's journey. It's for us to understand ours and where we want to extend our energy. We can lovingly support people without trying to be their the hospital for, hurt people kind of thing. So they're just asking you to take a step back and reassess and let go of that responsibility of anyone else's journey, or trying to fix anyone, or trying to save anyone, because it's their journey. So allow yourself to step back. All right, my loves. Okay, now what else do we have from Spirit? Oh, that one for sure. Okay. So speak your world into being. So this is very much about, again, being in that shadow period, being in the waiting room, and not losing faith. Like, it feels like, it's kind of like, oh, freak, when this is going to happen, because I've been waiting for this forever. And, we tend to feel defeated and so on and so forth. So it just feels like the energy here is very much about staying strong in your knowing, staying strong in, you've done so much work to clear out so much shit. So they're just like, this is the home stretch, and it's worth waiting for. It's worth allowing the fog to clear in divine timing, because it's really empowerment. That energy you're in right now is empowerment. So, every day, wake up. Today is a beautiful day. Today I choose bliss. Today I choose happiness. Today I embody, joy. I embody my heart's desires. I am in alignment with my heart's desires. And speaking that every day, feeling that joy of, those moments of happiness and bliss, and it creates that sphere, they're saying, of expansion. So you're vibrating out your energy through how you're speaking. So if you wake up and say, oh, today's gonna be such a shit day, or oh, I feel so shitty, like, that's the vibration you're creating. So they're just asking you to be very mindful and stand in your power, stand in your knowing and in your faith, because the more you're speaking it and feeling it, because the more we say it out loud, the more we align with it, because we can't fake feeling good, right? So if you're not feeling good, like you're feeling like, ugh, just take that moment to take a few deep breaths, do a 5-minute meditation to raise your vibe, have a few songs that really help you to feel pumped up and happy and good. Like, there's some great songs out there that are uplifting and motivating and positive and all of that kind of stuff. And they're just asking you to, stay in your vibe, and please trust that the fog is clearing, and your fruition, your wealthy life, that your heart's desires are unfolding. Just, it's divine timing, because we don't want it before we're truly ready for it, because, there could be glitches. So they're just saying to please trust and, speak your truth. This is, I want a life that is free of, so I can wake up every day and do whatever the hell I want. If I want to travel, if I want to work, if I want to, that kind of a freedom, and align with that, and don't doubt yourself, don't doubt your spirit team, and don't doubt this journey, because you've come so far already. Embrace the flow of life. So again, we're ebbing and flowing, guys. Like, that's where we're at right now. We're just, it's like we're on this lazy river, and we're just throwing away the oars and chilling and allowing the vibration to take us where we need to be for our highest and our greatest good, because that's empowerment. So there's asking you to ebb and flow, and both these are Gemini, so that's speaking volumes too. So that creativity and that sense of, bringing things into fruition and just allowing things to unfold. And it's like being the kid on Christmas morning, like, or Christmas Eve, should I say. You've seen all the presents under the tree, and your name's on a bunch of them, but which one are you going to be handed first, kind of thing. So it's there. The work that you've done, the healing that you've done has impacted your life immensely, and in such a beautiful way, because energetically you're ready. It's just, they're just asking you to be patient and to trust and just flow with how things go and stay in your vibe. Don't allow outside distractions, pull you out of your vibration, and just really ebb and flow with things. Allow things to unfold. Allow the fog to clear in divine timing. Lighten up. So they're asking you to be playful. Like, don't focus on the things that you don't see yet, right? Focus on the joy, the bliss. And it's like when we were kids and, we play games and we have such amazing imaginations as children. And that's diminished a lot over the years because of technology. People are giving their kids like, cell phones and iPads and all this kind of nonsense. And it diminishes that creativity. So when, depending on the generation you were born in, we used to play outside. We used to, go find our own adventures and create our own adventures in our mind and play them out. That's what they're asking you to do. So be playful in your day-to-day life. Do things that are fun and simple and feed that joy and feed that happiness and feed that bliss that is growing. And that is, some days you feel blissful and happy and wonderful. And then there's a dip, and that's okay. It's still our human processing all of this shit that's happening. So when they say lighten up, they're just asking you to be playful. Really tap into that creative energy that is within you and allow yourself to enjoy and be present in the moment and create your happiness in everything you do. If you love art, draw or do poetry or dance around the house and sing to your favorite songs, or go for a walk in the forest, go talk to the birds, go talk to the trees. You know what I mean? Like, just keep it simple and do things that feel lighthearted and joyful, because that's what's going to help you to really create that sense of purpose, that sense of joy, that sense of enlightenment and bliss. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to get into a few tarot. Okay, and those ones just dropped, but that's okay. All right. So we have 6 of air, messenger of earth, 9 of water, 10 of water. So this is just very much ebb and flow, very much asking you to journey, and it's all there. Like, we have endings of cycles and new beginnings and bliss and a wealthy life in all aspects of your life, like in your health, in your self-love, in your monetary things, and like just this blissful and wealthy energy that is surrounding you. And they just ask you to stay grounded in that and to really trust in that. Like, if the fog is clearing and that kind of stuck feeling will pass, but to just ask you to really embrace the joyfulness, embrace the wealth of your life, and be imaginative and be creative and have fun. Do things that are fun and be present in that moment. And that's really going to help this unfolding and for things to come into fruition and come to you, so to speak, right? Ebb and flow, guys. That's like the biggest message I'm hearing, is just ebb and flow and allow things to come and go. Whatever is not serving you has to go. Whatever is not in service to your highest and greatest good has to go. Allow things to go with love. I release all that doesn't serve my highest and my greatest good with love, whether it's people, places, things, all attachments. Just allow them to show you where, things need to be released, okay? Because that's really going to, again, create space for the new beginnings and for the joys and for the bliss to really be present in each moment and really be present in, in your life on a physical level, okay? All right, my loves, I hope that resonated, and stay blessed, okay? We're going to move on to pile number 2, or our Super 7 crystal lovers. I'm just going to pick these cards up. They decided they want to run away, and we will get started once again. Okay, so my second pile. Again, we're going to start with the surrender cards because, full moons are about letting shit go and seeing, what we may not have seen before, kind of thing. So let's see. So we either have to surrender certain things or surrender to certain things. So what is Spirit asking you to surrender? Pile number 2, Super 7. All right. Nope. All right, our first one, surrender to divine timing. So I know that can feel very frustrating for many people, myself included, because they're just like, but I want it now. Everything our heart desires is already here. We're just clearing the fog and aligning with it. So it's like trusting the process and trusting in divine timing. Think about how things have played out over your lifetime and how things have come in divine timing. Like if I would have met that person, a year before or a year later, or if I would have turned left instead of right, like everything has divine timing. And our spirit team, they know what is best for us. We think we know what we need, but in truth, our spirit team knows what we need. So, surrender to that. Say, listen, I know what I want. You know what I need. So show me. And be comfortable in the present, comfortable in the now, and do things that help you to remind yourself of gratitude and happiness and bliss, because that's what you're creating. So, you're building that trust in yourself, trust in your divine spirit team, and work with them. Talk to them and ask them for, guidance and clarity and all of that kind of good stuff, because divine timing is bringing you, your true heart's desires, what they know is for your highest and your greatest good, but you have to trust it. And you have to know that, I'm in the waiting room right now, but I know what's coming is freaking fabulous and beyond what I could have imagined. Surrender to effortlessness. You've done so much work, guys. You have done so much work. The healing journey you have been on has been, I feel kind of like almost sickening. Like you've had to go through some shit, like some deep shit. But you've done it. Like you've taken all the shit that's happened and used it as fertilizer to, give you fertile ground to grow from and a really impenetrable and strong foundation. So the hard work is done. And this is why they're saying surrender to divine timing and effortlessness, because chill, be present, enjoy each moment, do things that feel good to you and feed your soul. Keep it simple, and know that you're on the right path, and there's nothing more you can do to force things, so to speak, and just be present, be in that sense of joy, and know that the hard work is already done. So effortlessness is still an action, because you're just like, I'm hands off right now. And we get in our car and we turn it on and we drive. We don't need to know how the car works. We don't need to get under the hood and see, what the oil does or what the gas, like we don't see any of that, because we just get in and drive. So they're just asking you to do that, like, trust this part of your journey coming out of the fog, and know that they're clearing it for you, and be effortless in how you're engaging, with this energy and with yourself. Be playful, be joyful. Surrender your fear of change. So fear is a very 3D energy, right? Fear it keeps us stagnant, it keeps us stuck and in a box, so to speak. So they just ask you to surrender all fear of change and be comfortable in the unknowing. Find comfort in the unknowing. Find comfort in the uncertainty, because if you trust in your divine team and you trust in yourself, then everything that is going to unfold is for your highest good. So trust in the higher vibration of expansion and love and joy and bliss, because that's what's coming forward. You just have to trust in that and release all attachment to fear. Okay? Because the fear is what keeps you in that lower vibrational mindset when we think, oh, this is great, but, or, when things come up that trigger us in a certain way, and then we worry and we which is based in fear. And they're just asking you to release all of that. Know that everything that is unfolding has a higher purpose and is for your highest and your greatest good, because releasing all attachments is really going to help bring forward, the things that your heart desires. So they're asking you to trust in them, and to keep that trust in yourself, and keep talking to them. Talk to your team and let them know that, okay, I'm down for the ride. Let's do this. Okay. All right, my loves. Let's see. Okay. Stars, navigation. So you're being guided, right? You're being shown, feels like through dreams and through almost a feeling of deja vu. That's happening a lot over the last while. And it's your inner guidance system. Like, you have an inner GPS. So allow them to show you the way. Allow them to show you the infinite possibilities that are available to you. We are just this little tiny blip in the universe, but they're asking you to remember that you are literally source and skin. Like, you are a co-creator of this journey. Like, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your words are all creating your experiences and the life that you are living. So we have no control of anything outside of us, right? So they're just asking you to remember to tap into your inner GPS and trust those gut feelings. Trust in that inner guidance, because it's like there's almost a sense of doubt that, no, this maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I've just lost my mind. Like, and we all go through that, but they're just asking you to trust the inner GPS and trust that where you're being guided is for your highest and your greatest good, because your intuition and your gifts have grown so exponentially, and it can feel uncomfortable. We've gone through a lot of growing pains over the last few years, and that's okay, because it's leading us somewhere beautiful. And the more you release, like your surrender about releasing fear and just trusting in that inner GPS and trusting in your intuition and talking to your team, meditating, breathing, like doing these things that clear that stagnant energy that's trying to keep you small, because they really want you to know that you're co-creating. You're a divine co-creator of your universe, of your life, and don't allow the outside shit to pull you off course. Okay. Balance. Finding that balance within yourself. So obviously threes are also coming through, but finding that balance, and like your divine masculine, your divine feminine, regardless of your gender, we all have both. So finding that balance in your life. Sorry if you hear that noise in the background, that's my bunny. He decides he wants to move some furniture around. Finding that balance within yourself, it just feels like there's old energy that's kind of trying to hold you back and trying to keep you in a place of stuckness, I guess you could say, right? A place of uncertainty, a place of unknowing. And they're saying, no, find that balance within yourself, in the comfort of the unknowing, in that comfort of trusting the unfolding, trusting the divine, and trusting in the sense of having that power to co-create. Okay. It's really important, because that balance is going to guide you and keep you connected with that inner GPS. Faith and the sun. So, and again, you have 3, 3, 3. Okay. So what's on the horizon is magnificent. You've done all this inner work. You've done so much inner healing. You see things from a higher perspective most of the time, right? So we live in kind of an 80-20. So that's 80% of the time we're high vibrational. 80% of the time we are strong, and we see things in a place of personal power. We see things in a place of understanding, right? And that 20% of the time is when we kind of get dragged into the shit, dragged into the ick, dragged down into, that overthinking mind and that 3D that's outside of us. So they're just asking you to have faith. Have faith in the work that you've done for yourself. Have faith in the sense of your gifts, your hard friggin' work, your healing has guided you to a place of empowerment, and trust in that balance, trust in that okay, I may not see what's coming right now, but I feel empowered, and I know that what is for me is mine, and what is for me is divine and beautiful and wonderful. Okay. All right. I make time to recharge my battery. The world needs my energetic light. So make sure you're resting. Make sure you're taking care of you first. Make sure you are feeding your soul. And, we have to take care of our body, mind, and soul right now. Our bodies, I know, may be feeling very sluggish and tired and achy, and, because we're going through this expansion and this ascension. So make sure you're taking time to rest and rejuvenate, because that's really important. Stay very hydrated and look after yourself. And if you don't have the capacity to do something or to talk to somebody or to whatever, make sure that you are like, no is a complete sentence. Yeah, I'm just not about this today. Sorry, thanks. But, put yourself first. And that's part of your self-love and your self-care. When I move my body, I burst through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. Again, body, mind, and soul, guys. So make sure you're getting your rest, and make sure you're taking care of yourself, because you're going to need it, because it's going to be a beautiful, healthy chaos that's coming forward when the fog clears, and it's going to be exciting and wonderful, and it's like going on this new ride that you've been waiting for. So it's like, whew, you have all this healthy anticipation. Okay. All right, my loves. For our Moonstone, what do we have? What do we have for our Moonstones? So we're starting with the surrender cards, so that we know what, we have to either surrender or surrender to, because it's been quite a ride so far. And our full moons are always about, like, showing us what's kind of been hidden, right? Oh. All right. So your first one is surrender to play. So be playful and keep life simple. Like, a lot of times we're like, oh, I'll be happy when this happens, or I need to go on some whatever vacation in order to, have fun. They're just asking you to keep it simple. Let go of that overthinking mind and keep it simple. Don't forget what brings you joy. The simple things in life, going for a walk. If you have animals, playing with your animals. If you like nature, going into the forest. If you like swimming, depending on where you are, go to the lake, go to the ocean, go to your rec center, just really keep it simple and do things that help to feed that playfulness and that joy, because that kind of stagnant energy that you're feeling right now just needs to be cleared. And that's through playing with your inner child. Your inner child's like, hey, we want to play, even if it's just chilling and reading a book. If that helps you to feel good, do that. Turn off your phone, burn some incense and chill, have a spiritual bath, like whatever helps you to feel good, do that. If you like to go out, call a friend, hey, let's go out and, I don't know, go for dinner, or go to the movies, or go for a walk, or whatever. Just do things that are feeding your soul. Surrender to prayer. So this feels very much like, talk to your guides. You're forgetting that you have an entire spirit team that is with you 24/7. So they want you to talk to them. And talking to your team is prayer. You're like, when you're trying to work things out within yourself, like if you're triggered by something, and you're like, why the hell did I feel so triggered by this? Whether it's, I was upset by this, or I was angry by this, or whatever. Talk to your team. That's how you work things out, when you talk to your team, because they're going to give you clarity. And talk out loud if you have to. I do it all the time. Walk around my house talking to myself all the time, because I'm always talking to my team, and I always say we're having, those staff meetings. So talking to them is prayer. Like, that's your connection. That's you're inviting them in, because remember, all of us have a spirit team, but it's a fact of giving them permission. They are always working with us. They are always with us, but we have free will. That's our superpower. So we sometimes need to, say, hey, I need you, or have the open conversation with them so that they have permission to come forward and help you. Surrender to sleep and rest. So again, our bodies are going through a lot of changes right now, and I know so many people are just exhausted. A lot of my clients are like, why the hell am I so tired? And it's because we're going through a big ascension and big changes, and they're just asking you to rest when you need to rest. Don't stay up, scrolling until 4 o'clock in the morning. Put your phone down, set a routine for yourself. I'm going to go to bed early tonight because I'm tired, or I'm just going to go rest. I'm going to go put my feet up and just chill. So rest is a big thing right now. And they're also bringing me to your sacral chakra, which is your divine feminine, regardless of your gender. But your sacral chakra is very much about that passion and that nurturing. So they're asking you, the nurturing, like you need to look after you. Body, mind, and soul. Look after you. And that is kind of bringing you to like staying hydrated, be mindful with your thoughts and your emotions and so on and so forth. And, looking after you on a whole. So there's asking you to really step into that power of self-nurture and self-love, okay? Because it feels like you are very much about, I take care of everybody else and make sure everyone else is good and blah, blah, blah. And, you forget about you. So they're just asking you to take that time to look after you, okay? All right, my loves. What else do we have for you? Okay. So patience. Having patience is very important right now. Like I said, we're, in that fog. And have patience with yourself. Have patience with the unfolding. Have patience with your team. Have patience with life in general. You and other people, because everyone's going through some shit right now. So work on, going within rather than being reactive or triggered. Work from within and say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to let this trigger me, or I'm going to work through why I'm feeling triggered, because having patience right now with yourself, and it feels like, you've done so much work, and then when you're triggered by something or when something frustrates you or whatever, you feel annoyed with yourself because why am I letting this bother me or whatever, like that kind of energy. And they're just saying, that's okay. That's your human being human. We're transmuting a lot of freaking energy right now. A lot of shit is surfacing, and that Mars retrograde and that Mercury retrograde, a lot of shit has come to surface over the last little while. So they're just asking you to be with it. Give yourself permission to release it and heal it and keep moving forward, because the more you understand yourself and the more you allow yourself to feel, deal, heal, and release, the stronger you're going to feel. So have patience with yourself and look and come from love, because that's going to give you the freedom that you are searching for. Freedom from attachments, freedom from old vibrations of, lack, old vibrations of unhealthy ways of being, unhealthy attachments, unhealthy thoughts, like toxic comforts or toxic familiarity, whether it's people, places, or things. Like, it's freeing you from attachment. It's freeing you to be your best. It's freeing you from energy that just isn't serving you any longer. Cooperation. Cooperate with your team. Talk to your team. Work with your team. Your spirit team is an extension of you, right? They know what's best for you, and we think as human beings we know what we need, but our team, they know what we need. They see beyond time. So cooperate with that energy of expansion. Cooperate with that energy of allowing things to unfold as they're meant to, so to speak, and letting go of all attachments and freeing yourself from the shit that used to bring you down, or the shit that just isn't serving who you're becoming. It isn't serving the beautiful, bright future that is in store, because it's, if you don't allow yourself to move forward and don't allow yourself that freedom, it's going to hold you back. So they're just asking to be present in that energy of freedom and expansion, and know your worth. Know that you are valuable and worthy and amazing, and everything that your heart desires is yours. You just have to be patient and allow the fog to clear, because that divine timing is powerful, right? We don't want things. We have this beautiful buffet of things that we love, but if we eat it all at one time, we're going to get sick as shit. So just asking you to, trust in the unfolding, and know within yourself, and keep on the energy that you've been so aligned with, and don't allow the retrogrades to kind of pull you backwards. Okay, allow it to come to surface so you can release it. Okay, reflect on your priorities. You are your number one priority. Okay, you are your number one priority. So what is important to you? How do you want to show up for yourself? How do you want to project your energy out into the world? Do you want it to be positive and wonderful and happy and healthy and healing and align with that vibration of, you know what, life is beautiful and I love my life? Or do you want it to be like, oh my God, that horrible thing happened here and that horrible, and like people that watch the news get so, they ingrain in that energy of 3D fear-based garbage, right? So yes, shitty things happen outside of us, but it's how you, like, can you fix anything, or can you control anything outside of you? Definitely not. So you are your number one priority. How you feel, how you think, how you participate in your actions, all of that. So making yourself that priority, and saying, you know what, no, I choose better for me because I see life as blissful and happy and beautiful, because that's what I'm manifesting. Remember, like attracts like. So if you're feeling shitty and you think life's horrible and blah blah blah, and something happened to a friend, and they had a bad breakup or something like that, and now they're in the shits. Of course, we all grieve. Any kind of relationship that we have to walk away from, we grieve. But you suffering with them and being, yeah, fuck them, and did, rather than saying, you know what, I'm here for you. I love you. You're not going to go through this alone. I'm here for you. And be that support without suffering with them. And that's making yourself a priority, because you're not going into the shits with them, okay? Go deeper. So this is you going within. This is you taking that time to really see yourself. How am I showing up for myself? How am I contributing to life? How am I choosing to vibrate out? Am I choosing to vibrate out good and positivity and joy and bliss? Or am I choosing to vibrate out 3D, nonsense? So again, if you're triggered in some way, or if something upsets you or pisses you off, go within. Why is this bothering me so much? Where do I need to release it? And let things go. Like, allow yourself, give yourself permission to be free from it and to let things go. Believe in your good luck. Yes, you have done so much work. And yeah, it's been teeter-tottery and kind of this back and forth inner conflict, because yeah, some shit has happened. But don't allow the lower vibrational energy to keep you down or to pull you backwards. Stay in your vibe and come from life according to who you are right now in this moment. Not who you were a week ago, or a year ago, 10 years ago, not who someone else thinks you are. Because remember, people have attachments to old vibrations of us, right? So you're elevating and you're expanding and you're going through this beautiful ascension, and not everybody is on your level. So allow people to be who they are, and know that you are so worthy and deserving of your heart's desires, and that's what's coming into fruition, because you're doing the work. You're coming from within yourself, and they're just asking you to trust. Just trust. And for the final message, my loves, I don't dance around the perimeter of the person I want to be. I step in fully and completely. Exactly what they've been saying. You matter. You are your priority. How you want to live your life, and living your life in bliss and joy and happiness, is your birthright. So don't get entangled with shit that doesn't serve you, or lower your vibration to help others to feel comfortable. That's not your responsibility. Stand up and step up for yourself. Show up as you in this beautiful, amazing, divine light. When I allow others to support me, I support them too. So again, your team's just saying, hey, we're here. You are not dealing with all this shit alone. So open your heart to working with your divine team every single day, all day, every day. Okay? And when you have that circle of trust, which is, that handful of people, 1 to 5 people that that you can rely on and trust and go to, that will help lift you or just will listen and support you. Allow them to help you in those moments you're feeling shitty, in those moments where you're feeling frustrated, and so on and so forth. Allow them to help pick you up, so to speak. So, but please, guys, work with your team. Talk to them. Open your heart to them. Ask them for that divine guidance and that divine, like if you're uncertain about something, ask them for divine intervention to show you the way. And, remove anyone that is not for my highest and my greatest good. Remove any energies that are not for my highest and my greatest good. All of that kind of stuff. Talk to them. They are there for you. They love you unconditionally, and they only want you to live a blissful life. Okay? All right, my loves, I hope that resonates. Have a blessed day and enjoy your beautiful full moon.